Oh, there's nothing like that intro music anywhere in the podcast land. Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. I am Charles McFall, and over here, I have embraced that underscore. I can't get rid of it anymore. It's my underscore. Underscore Ard. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. Really, really good. How are you, my friend?
I am tired, is what I am. I've been all right. I've been all right. I've got some experiences to share this week. And I'll go ahead and break the news.
You brought your gotcha with you?
I gotcha. I still haven't put it in my car. However, when I was going out to Fernbank is where we went this week. I'll look at you getting that pink deerling going on.
Oh, yeah.
But as we went out to Fernbank this weekend, I was like, oh, and I reached down to my car and was like, oh, it's not on the gear shift or whatever the stick is I stick it on there. And it's like, oh, it's not there. And I'm like, well, all right, when I get there, because we're going to be downtown Atlanta, I need to play. I do want to play. I've been missing it since I've been really busy lately. And so I did. I pulled out my phone and actually played by hand the whole time, man. I finally broke and going to level 41. I don't have the experience yet, but going to level 41, I finally caught 200 Pokemon in one day, all by hand. That was a lot of doings.
There you go.
That was a lot of doings. I kept using incense and so I don't know if there was a time during the day. I know we had the special raids, which I'll get to that in a second. But I know I don't know if there's a special time or whatever. But I know the first instance I popped really seemed like it lasted like 2 hours. Then the next two instances I did only did 30 minutes each, more or less. But I was able to get those 200 Pokemon. Popeye hit me with a raid, and I think we did 2 raids together. Jacket K, I'm pretty sure raided with once or twice. But the best one, our friend Bridget hit me up. We did a Moltres raid, and I got a shiny pink Moltres from it.
Nice.
So
Sunburnt Moltres.
It was so good. I'm opening up my game right now. Actually, not my game. I'm opening up my photos. I'll open up my game in a minute. Open up my photos because I did get some new stuff. But yeah, man, that's a beautiful. It's not. IVs are like 15, 14, 13, I think. I got my shiny Moltres there, which actually that camera makes it look better than it does in real life. What else? Fletchling. Oh, so my 200 Pokemon hunt. For the first time, I saw Fletchling pop up and caught a number of those, and did that. I thought there were some other Pokemon. That's the art day. Where is? Because there's Litleo. Not Litleo. I caught a couple Litleos. Man, oh, there it is. I got a Froakie. I didn't realize I didn't have a Froakie yet. So for the first time, I got a Froakie, and I think I caught a few of those. And I evolved a Whimsicott. So that man, I actually had almost forgot. Oh, yeah, I think it was Popeye. Got me a Landorus. Well, that was one of the raids we did. It was Landorus.
Nice.
Landorus. And so I have. Now, you'll have to tell me. I'm not sure which form this is because I know we have the Invictus form or whatever it is. Give it a second to gauge there. So it's the brown Landorus with the big whiplash tail coming out of the front of the cloud.
Yes, that's the form we've already had, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that's the regular form. Okay.
Yeah, that's the incarnate form is what it's called.
Incarnate. Okay. Hey, you know what? Mine was better. Invictus form was cooler sounding. You know, Niantic just doesn't know what they're missing by not hiring me. So overall, that was a solid thing. I think I got a few more raids that people invited me to. There was a couple of Landoruses that I did, but I'm not entirely sure if I know there's one I didn't catch, but I think I caught maybe 2 going on there. So that was cool. What about you, Joe? What was your adventures like this week?
Well, I caught my 18th shiny Magikarp. So that's fun right there. I guess. Yeah, I need to trade some of those off. But like you said, I did get the new form of Deerling. I believe that's the spring form.
Probably.
With the new shift for us. And hatched a couple more of the Galarian Ponyta, the cotton candy Ponytas. And yeah, it's just been a pretty normal week. It's been pretty good all around. I tried to participate in the Krabby Pokemon, the Spotlight Hour. That's what those are called.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I didn't get a shiny Krabby, but I caught quite a few. I was transferring them just before we started the show. So there's
Joe's
that.
Crab Shack right there.
I was hoping to get invited to some raids. Didn't see any texts or anything come through. I did stay online a fair bit, but I did not get invited.
The Terry Wolf. Step off, the Terry Wolf. What you got, man? Hey, unmute the raid channel. So I went to our Discord raid channel. I'm like, well, one, it's not muted. Two, the last post was January 29th.
he was telling
raids. Crickets, man. Freaking crickets.
He was telling you to unmute the text one because you do have a tendency to mute that every now and again. But yeah.
Crickets. Not cricket tots, because that would be at least something we caught. Crickets.
I am a touch surprised that, for the past month or so that the raid channel hasn't been as active as it has been in the past.
Yeah.
So, but, it's not like you and I are contributing to that other than joining raids. So,
I mean, and honestly, I will say Niantic's method. Who is this in the balloon? Niantic's. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight Arlo right now because I don't remember which team beats Arlo. I'm not gonna look it up. That their notification. If I have my phone in my hand now, if it's in my pocket or somewhere else that I'm not looking at it, there's only so much time in an invite that you get. Right? It doesn't make it a loud enough noise, if it even makes a noise at all, when it notifies me that somebody has invited me. But I can tell you, I've not once or twice easily pulled up my phone to go do something. Oh, I got an invite to a raid on my closed screen, my locked screen, right? The notification comes up, says, Popeye has invited you to a raid. And I get in, and actually, as long as I see it in time, I got me a deerling too. Finally, the little pinky deerling is here.
There you go.
But most of the time, it actually does a really good job of that push notification in a timely fashion. And I can get in and do the raid. Whereas the one in game that drops down, so-and-so has invited you to a raid, that was not as timely. Sometimes even after the fact, after I've beaten the boss and caught it, I will then get the notification that Popeye's invited you to a raid. So the push notification, good. The drop down, not so much. You're just going to have to watch that bar for it to turn orange. More or less. Orange. So what else you got, Joe?
That's pretty much it for me for this week. I really wish I had gotten in more raids, to be completely honest. But like I said, that's on me because most of my raids that I do are remote. So,
I have to check see if I have the bulk channel muted. But I didn't see them. I did not see them putting anything out this weekend either. So maybe everybody was busy this weekend. But we still have time for all the Landorus and Stormerus and Optimus Prime, whatever else we were coming out with.
Prime.
These mythical cloud beasts, whatever they are. So yeah, let's get some raids on this week. And
Popeye's saying that he invited me to the same ones that he invited you to. I never saw those invites.
That's not true, Popeye. Joe's texting me like, I do not even want to deal with this dude. Isn't that right, Joe?
That is not accurate at all.
No, come on, tell the truth. Just say yep if that's right.
Yep. No. Right, don't you use that button on me. I'm being framed.
Timing is everything. So did you even see that you'd missed those raids, Joe? Or you might want to check your settings to make sure your notifications are turned correct inside the game.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I did not see those.
But yeah, it was good. So what is our discussion this week? Do we have a discussion this week? Do we remember to do one this week?
We did not do one. Last week we were overtime by quite a bit. And
that's right. So we just moved on. So I'm going to scan the headlines right now and see if we can get inspired. We'll be inspired as we go through, for not now. But you know what? Here's the discussion. How can Niantic improve the raid invite notifications? Like, what would you do differently? Put more time on it? Do some coding to make it speed up better? I wouldn't mind a special Pokemon sound coming
Two
out
things.
of my phone. That when they do it, it's like Team Rocket or something like that. I don't know.
So, do you want that to be the discussion for next week then?
Yeah, I want that to be discussed.
Right off the top of my head, I can think of 2 things, but I'll wait till next week.
Yeah. So there you go. So the official discussion point for next week is how can Niantic make these remote raid invites notifications better? And of course it can be any kind of notification, but that's what I'm thinking of right now. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put in a marker here, and I'm going to hit the break right now. Actually, I said right now, I should just put the marker in. Did you get the commercial?
Yep.
All right, cool. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but I checked. My notifications are turned on for the game. So.
All right, good.
I'll have to check my phone settings to make sure they're turned on there as well. Joe ignores raid invites.
You do, though. All right, I'm just playing with this right now.
What are you playing with?
A Twitch thing that apparently we can do. It's a prediction.
I predict you will not use your gotcha next week.
All right. So look, I better pause up.
Prediction started.
I guess you can click on it. It says win channel points if you make the correct prediction.
But what is the
this
prediction?
Is something that we're going to play with. This is new.
Joe will get 20 more what?
Pikachu. Yeah, click on it. Will Joe get 20 more Pikachu tonight? Because I saw you already saw like 3 Pikachus. And you get to vote. You have to spend some of your channel point candies to do it. I set it up so I can't vote, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty nifty. There's all kind of.
It won't let me. It won't let me use it on my.
Because you're on the Pokemon. You're officially logged in, dude.
No. On my browser, I'm logged in with Assorted Geekdom, and it won't. I don't see. Maybe I just am blind. Yeah, it won't let me click it.
Weird. All right. Anyway, that's neither here. Let me put the marker back in.
Even though on the Assorted Geekdom one, I have 15K rare candies.
I got 8.7. All right, we are back in now, and we've got some headlines. So I'm going to jump right in. The Season of Legends begins, and of course, as you heard, my personal. Actually, these are not. No, yeah, these are the Invictus form legends. Yeah,
Invictus.
I'm telling you, it's a better name. It's a better name than Incarnate. But no, these are actually Therian form.
So we've had the
Landorus. We went over it last week. Yeah,
we've had the Incarnate forms before, and they were back again. And these are the first times we're getting the Therian forms.
Yep. And we went over it in detail in the last episode. I know that. So it is here. It is starting. So throughout March, we're going to get that. And then, of course, the eggs have now changed up because we're in March. It's March already, Joe. Are you aware of that?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Do you think there's going to be a Pokemon Go Fest this year?
Ooh.
In the real world, I mean, you know what I mean, right?
I haven't.
Obviously, the digital one, if nothing else.
So there's a lot of mitigating factors, especially with COVID and everything. But I haven't kept a pulse on the local politics of Chicago to see if it's even possible to get a venue that they normally have. Now, that's not saying they couldn't change cities. It's just they've already got established relationships with a lot of local branches, like the different cell phone companies there and things like that to get support for the event. and so changing cities is a bigger deal than just changing cities. I would love, and it's the same thing with. I'm breaking off on my thoughts midway, but it's the same thing with Dragon Con. I would love for it to happen, but I don't dare actually hope it will.
Understood. Hey, Joe, I say if nothing else, you and I go crash at Bulk's house on the weekend they do the digital one, and we still don't let Terry Wolf come over and be a part of our group. So.
Yep, and we'll have to get the GoCast people to drink some Malort.
Oh, no. All right. So, hey, you know who doesn't drink Malort and is cool? Nose Pass, because he's cool like that. Of course, we talked about this last week, too. We got a little bit more information. What's going on right now, March 9th to March 14th. So, even after this show goes out, this should go out before March 9th. So, you've got a few days to do this in. That Compass, or he's a Compass Pokemon. Sorry, his name's not Compass. It's Nose Pass. But he'll be around, and it says will help you sniff out leads alongside a variety of ground, rock, and steel type Pokemon. Not obviously, I guess, but to me, this sounds like there's going to be more of that research, right, that we have to do. And what is this? What do you think this is going to be? Other than obviously, Nose Pass will be showing up more. Yeah, complete exclusive event, field research tasks, and time research. Do you think it'll really get us anything good, Joe?
Well, I mean, it specifically mentions Legends event, so I would assume that there's gonna be some legendary Pokemon and not just what's listed here. Because I mean, some of these Pokemon, okay, yeah, it's fun. Like Roggenrola, I'm sure people could use more candies for that. Beldum is always fun to get more candies for, especially if you're trying to get a Meteor Mash Metagross. I was blanking on his name for a moment. But
3 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them are shiny.
But a few of these, I'm just like, it doesn't really, like Aeron, he was super, super, super common when he first came out. I'm sure people have a ton of candy for him. It's like, meh. And
wait, no, I don't have that. I had a sass trombone, but I don't.
But
Yep.
And so we'll see. A lot of this, it's like okay, but it's an event, I guess. But if you're gonna throw the word legends in it and specifically talk about searching for legendary Pokemon, I would love to see more information about that.
I would love, if he's going to be your compass and your guiding thing, that we should have to do something with him as a buddy to get something special. That would kind of make sense, right?
Yeah, it would be neat to see new interactions with your buddy for having a specific Pokemon. Like,
yeah, yes.
Because he is the compass Pokemon, so
Exactly.
maybe having him point towards what are considered rare catches in the wild, that would be neat. Or evolved Pokemon.
So, or
unknown.
I was going to say, or because you know how you have your buddy and you walk him enough, the buddy will jump up and help you knock the ball back and catch him. But with Nose Pass, not as your buddy, but during this event only, because like the Photobomb, when you're going to catch a legendary, both your Pokemon, Nose Pass and your Pokemon can come up and help, and those kind of things help you catch better. Because I can tell you some of those legendaries, because Landorus is legendary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of those legendaries, they're tough, man. Landorus was a beast. See, okay, again, notifications. I actually saw the orange bar pop up on my screen, and it was Mr. Tambourine, who apparently forgets we record a podcast right about now. You can go here live, watch you, but now you're out playing raids. Okay. But he invited me to a raid.
No. He's trying to help the show so that we can raid on the show.
Oh, there's no help for this show, man. There's no help. But so I did the Wizcash raid with them. We came out of it, and caught it, whatever. Came out of it, and then I got the drop down notification. Mr. Tambourine has invited you to a raid. Well, hey, there you are. See, my next
See,
old playing face.
I tried to join that raid, and it told me that there was no lobby found. So maybe I just clicked on it a moment too late. Yeah. See, well, we'll talk about it next week. I'm already thinking of ways that they can improve it all. Just improve it all. Niantic, okay.
Gotta improve it all. Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, all right, next one I already got.
Oh, this is
the Pokemon GO Tour Kanto bonus event. So I'll give a TLDR, Joe, and you'll fill us in. There's a lot of stuff here, but there were some technical issues apparently during the Kanto event, and some trainers were able to access a ticketed portion without purchasing a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh no! So that means we got to give those poor people who paid $2 to get into this event more stuff.
It was $15. Thank you.
And when you inflation and depression and all that,
and depression. Oh man.
You get a free bundle in the shop to get 3 raid passes. Well, I have an event box that gives me 10 Ultra Balls, 10 Raspberries, and 1 remote raid pass. I'm gonna take that right now. And then I got my daily free box as well. So March 5th. So starting tomorrow, as of this recording, starting tomorrow, as of the publication of the podcast, come out live and tomorrow. Then it starts and goes through Monday, April 5th. Oh, so you got a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
On research, there's some good stuff here. 100 Mew candies. That's. Mm-hmm. Tell me I'm not wrong. That's a lot.
It is. A lot of people.
Try not to be like all arrogant. Like, I paid my money. And I got my 100 Mew candies. Man.
So there's 2 sides of this. A lot of people think that they are completely missing the mark here. So for GoFest, when there were issues, they opened it up for another 3 hours, basically, of the same event as a makeup event. And a lot of people were hoping that that's what they would do for this as well, is open it back up for another 3 hours or something akin to that, because the main thing when it came to the Kanto event were the Pokemon you could catch during the event. And
sure.
And there were supposed to be increased shiny rates and things like that, and that's what a lot of people were buying the tickets for. And so this has nothing to do with Pokemon. This is all items, 100% items. And so a lot of people are just, they're like, okay, this is fine, but this isn't what we wanted for a makeup event.
I kind of get that, but at the same time, 100 Mew candies plus everything else. Plus everything. I mean, there's a lot of the stuff in here, but that's a lot of Mew candies, man.
It is. And I mean, I'm fine with it personally, but I have seen a lot of, I don't know if outrage is quite the right word, but a lot of angry clicking on their keyboards. We'll go with that.
Sure.
From the community, especially a lot of the big YouTubers are not happy with this. Even let's see, who was it? Trainer Tips, going so far as to say, "Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear what the event is," like just completely dismissing this altogether. So,
well, I mean,
yeah,
an event is still an event when it's exclusive time research stuff. I mean, it's technically, I mean, they've done that. They've called that an event multiple times. I'm the easygoing. I'm the filthy casual, right? I like it all. It's hard to get disappointed. Even when I went to the first Pokemon Go Fest, which was a train wreck, I was slightly disappointed. I wasn't hugely disappointed because I got to hang out with a bunch of people and I still got to kind of see some cool stuff, and then I don't know. I guess I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but at the same time, I'm going, this is pretty solid for a "Hey, we're sorry" package.
But speaking of "Hey, we're sorry," we completely skipped experiences of the week on Discord. Completely skipped it.
Yeah, you blame me after you were doing your experiences of the week.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. What? Well, last week was the 25th, right? We recorded.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep, it
Yeah,
was.
probably.
So jumping forward, so the 25th, I think this came in that evening. A perfect Spinda from Shiftworks, pretty awesome there. It's not the Charles Spinda, but it's still perfect Spinda. And then Nolte showing off 3 new 100%ers, a Purified Golbat, a Snorlax, and a Scrafty.
Man, let me tell you, a Snorlax appeared in the wild for me this week while I was chasing the 200, and those dudes are hard to catch. I didn't like going up against them. A tough dude. I had other words for it that I can't say here, but he was a tough dude.
And then, this is still Nolte showing off a bunch of new shinies. So 37 new shinies. Is this? Yeah, this is still. Oh, that's still the 25th. Did we? Maybe we didn't show. Maybe we did or didn't. I can't remember. But 37 shinies. But this looks like it's from the Go Fest stuff, based on the shinies that he caught.
I think we might have on that one.
Or not Go Fest. The Pokemon Tour.
Yeah.
Nolte showing off a real life catch. You see that?
Yeah. Real Carvana going on there.
Yeah. A bull shark. Caught a bull shark while fishing. Nice. Canned beans showing off a shiny Voltorb.
I don't know why, but I like that name.
I've expressed this in the past. I do like that color of blue, but yeah. I think they really missed an opportunity to make shiny Voltorb look like a Great Ball.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. Or even, you know what? I'm surprised they don't have an Alolan or a Galarian version of Voltorb that's a different ball. Because the normal Voltorb is a Pokeball. So, anyway, Pokemon Company, you can hire us for our ideas whenever you want. Nolte.
He got a shiny Landorus.
Yeah, shiny Landorus, a Mankey Weedle, Moltres, just like you, and a Graveler. And then, wait, is that? Oh, that's Hallowed Robin. I was like, is that still Nolte? No. Hallowed Robin coming in with 2 shiny Landorus, a shiny Oddish, Spoink. Okay, shiny Spoink just looks weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. That tan color, yeah, it just looks weird because it's supposed to be a metal Pokemon. It's not supposed to be flesh colored. Shiny Alolan Muck, a shiny Articuno, a shiny Teddiursa, Charmander, and Magikarp. A lot of awesome stuff there. And then Popeye, who is in chat and reminded us, hey, Discord experiences, hello.
Yeah. It's unlike Mr. Tambourine 19, Popeye shows up for the show.
Mr. Tambourine is here too, goofball. 100% Gibble, the land shark, and then showing off shinies as well. A shiny Scyther, Landorus, Wurmple, Cyndaquil, Zapdos, Trico, and Slowpoke.
I was hoping for a shiny Landorus. I got 2 good ones, but yeah. Didn't get that.
And then Zenzaloo, yeah, exactly, is back into the game after a year and a half, has taken a year and a half hiatus, and is
get out.
Very happy to catch himself a Froakie. So, very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Good on there, Brian. Sorry about forgetting that. It just, I don't know, we just didn't do it. So there you go. Thanks to Popeye for that. Now here's a pretty cool infographic about the Team Go Rocket special research that's going on. It's from Leak Duck, and it's pretty solid. The rewards, now as you get down to steps 4, 5, and 6, the rewards get really good, I think. You can argue even 3, but step 1 and 2, it's okay. It's hard, but it's easy enough. Now, I know some people don't like to hear this. Hit the 30-second button. I'm not going to go through all of them, just the first 2 levels. But the first 2 levels, win a raid, defeat 3 Team Go Rockets, and catch 1 Shadow Pokemon. Step 2 is catch 5 Shadow, make 3 nice curveball throws in a row, and catch 10 Flying-type Pokemon. And then you get to Duo for that last part. Then it starts stepping up to where you get some better rewards with radars and mega. Those aren't mega candies. What are those? Those are
mega candies.
Are they mega candies? Okay.
Yeah.
But there's another candy too that I'm also thinking of.
XL candy.
XL candies. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, those are mega. Yeah, those are mega Pidgeot candy.
Okay, and you get XP, a bunch of XP for step 4 with a radar. Step 5, some cool stuff, including Stardust, and then some TMs. Right, that's pretty nice. And then the step 6 is just claiming your XP, and you get. And it's not a remote raid pass, but it's a raid pass.
Yeah, it's just a premium one. See, and that's another thing that a lot of people are iffy about when it comes to Niantic not reading the room, as it were. They keep giving us free raid passes when they really ought to be giving us... Huh?
So I went all cheeky on it. Not the right kind!
Yeah, exactly. When they really ought to be giving us more remote raid passes for these events. So...
Yeah. I mean, but why would they? I did just drop 250 Pokecoins to get a 3-pack a minute ago. So, because I hurt myself today. I wasn't today, but this weekend is I had the box of the free raid pass, right? So I used the raid pass, got that one. They had a box of 3 free raid passes as part of the Kanto weekend or whatever. And so as soon as I used one, I grabbed it. It only gave me 1, Joe. It didn't give me 5 total.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was like, what? I thought they had said in the past that as long as you have a spot open and you claim the gift,
it's supposed to, yeah.
But it didn't. I used a total of like 4 or 5. I used a total of 5 that day, and tonight I was 0. So I did 5 raids this weekend. So I should have had 2 passes left over after claiming that box, and it didn't happen. But that's okay, Niantic. I will survive until somebody makes a better Pokemon Go.
Yeah. So this Team Go Rocket special research is called The Higher They Fly, and some people may not see it on their list of special research right now.
And why is that? I'm seeing the article. Why is that?
Yeah. So this particular one is, I guess, labeled as a Team Rocket one, and you can only have one Team Rocket special research at a time.
Okay.
So there are 7 different previous Team Rocket events that, if you have not cleared them yet, are preventing you from getting into the new event.
Now I'm going to find out what events have. Okay. So go ahead and start reading them off.
Yeah, so the events that would prevent you, if you haven't completed these will prevent you from receiving the new one. A troubling situation, looming in the shadows, a challenging development, the takeover continues.
I got looming in the shadows.
A professor's work is never done. The shadowy threat grows. And an inter-egg sting development.
Apparently, I finished everything but looming in the shadows. I'm at step 3 of 6.
Yeah, so if you have any of those, you have to complete those first before this new one will show up in your research.
Well, I can at least complete step 3 of 6. I just have to do one more Great Battle League win one more battle, and that will complete that one. I'll see what's next. I can't say that that's. I can say it's frustrating because now I gotta go dig through this. But at the same time, I mean, the whole design of this game is to get you to play it, and I bet you that any developer over there could be like, tap 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 tap. Yeah, here's how many hours you haven't played in the game this last year that you could have gotten that stuff done, dude. What's wrong with you? What do you think about this, Joey? This is the first time I've seen this kind of thing come up. Like, hey, if you have any of these pending, which if you're new or you're dead to me like Zinzaloo and you show up a year later, you've got a lot of these pending, right?
Having never gone inactive, I don't know if because a lot of these, I think you have to start them in order for them to stay on your screen. To stay in there, and I still have to do the tail end of Looming in the Shadows, because Looming in the Shadows was a reoccurring research. You could do that one each month. So I still need to finish that one before I will get this new one as well. But I'm on the tail end of it. Basically, I just have to beat Giovanni, and then I can start the new research. But yeah.
I've got to go find a Great Battle League to take out. Let me make sure it's the right everything. I don't think there's anything specific other than Great Battle League, but I'm going to go find out. But the whole it's being blocked thing, does that frustrate you at all?
It does, but I also understand why, because at least in my instance, Looming in the Shadows has several overlapping research quest lines.
Right.
And so I get it from that standpoint, but it is still a bit frustrating. So
and Popeye does say the end reward defeating Giovanni will still give you the current Giovanni Pokemon, so it doesn't matter if you're behind. And the only thing that matters to me, Popeye, is that I like to grab these and get them started so I have them and slowly but surely complete. I mean, my list of completed events is pretty long, surprisingly to me, because I have 5, maybe 6 active events still open, this being one of them. And honestly, I just wanted to add another 7, number 7 to it. That's all. So it's
his 7th Horcrux.
There you go. I want it. Give it to me. I want it. But let's see. So we got this Twitter from Niantic Help that says, trainers, as part of this change, the special research story distracted by something shiny, task defeat Jesse or James 4 times will be updated to defeat Team Go Rocket Grunts 4 times, which we've seen that be updated already. Remember, once you've claimed the special research, there's no time limit to complete it. Apparently there is, Niantic, because we can't get the new special one until you completed the one from last year. How dare you make me complete one that's a year old? How dare you, sir? The hubris of them all.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah. But because Jesse and James left the game, right? They had to change it, right? That's what I'm reading on this. Mm-hmm. There was defeat Jesse or James, but they had to change it because not everybody got it done, and Jesse and James aren't here anymore.
That is correct. Speaking of Jesse and James, I am a little miffed with Niantic. While they were still around, I had a quest line. It was part of the Kanto event, but it was defeat 3 grunts.
Yeah.
In the past, Jesse and James have counted as grunts for research. They did not count for that quest line, and apparently, I heard on Twitter. I can't remember who responded to me on Twitter, but one of our listeners responded to me on Twitter and said that they don't count towards the requirement to defeat grunts for level up rewards as well. For the leveling up quest line. I don't know what level that is where you have to defeat the grunts. But yeah, I wish there was some consistency there. They should, in my opinion, they should count as grunts.
So, right, because basically, if you're not Giovanni, you're a grunt.
Yeah, well, I mean, or if you're Arlo, Cliff, and Sierra, then you're a quote-unquote boss. But yeah,
exactly. Okay, yeah. Sorry, you're right. I meant to, but those two have never been considered bosses at all, right? So they're the grunts that we know the names of, but they're still grunts in all the anime and everything, if I understand it correctly. So it doesn't seem to fit with everything else that's going on in the stories in the games.
Yeah.
Now they're not doing it. That's what I'm saying.
So, but anyway, I thought I'd mention that since we were talking about Jesse and James. But
yeah, I like it. So we do have a calendar that's already a few days old. But Monday the 1st, apparently there was a number of things going on. That's kicked off the month, right? This is kind of a hard graphic to read. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a great graphic. And the fact on Monday and then on the Sunday is a little weird.
They're just going with the first. The first of the month was on a Monday.
All right.
But I get that. And to be honest, their Reddit name is Ugly Karma. So
yeah, it's not right. I love
they're not beautiful karma. So, but yeah, it gives a breakdown of what's been announced so far for March. I mean, Niantic did make that big post that we went over last week, breaking down the different things that were coming in March. But yeah, so if you needed something to remember what happens when, it's not the worst I've ever seen.
I mean, you can pretend like you're in the 1990s and print it out and put it on your refrigerator with a magnet, and you look at it. There's that. I do like that Saturday. This Saturday is Fletchling Community Day, which will be nice to play because Fletchling's shiny form is so different from its original form. But it'll give you a lot of Fletchling. This is the first Community Day in a while that I've been like, yeah, man, I could actually really use that Pokemon.
I like Fletchling, so.
Yeah. And then, of course, Incarnate Thunderous Rays start on Saturday. And I am looking at all of our community team like, hey, hit me. Let's do this. As long as I see it. I mean, that's the only thing. If I don't see it, obviously I miss it. But as long as I see it, I'm in. I'll get all the remote raid passes I need to get. I mean, honestly, that is what some of your Patreon money goes to, is just to put it into the game so I can play with you guys and ladies. Guys is a generic term for me. So yeah, we're getting the Ethereum forms coming in here. Every Monday there's gonna be a free bundle in the shop. Remember that as we go through. Anything else coming out at you for this calendar? I mean, I know we've talked about all of it. Is anything popping for you?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds you which Pokemon are coming up for the spotlight hours and then the raid hours and things like that. But yeah, it's all right. If you need something to help you remember when things are happening, it's all right. Although generally, when I want to know what's going on, honestly, I go to LeakDuck because LeakDuck has a list of the events that are going on. So, but yeah, I like LeakDuck. Good stuff. And what's nice about going to LeakDuck, if you were going to do that, is it actually puts a timer on when stuff ends as well.
That rolls right into the next thing, right? This is from user Super Atmosphere on Reddit on Self Road. There should be an expiration timer on bonuses in the shop. Niantic, it sucks not knowing when the bonuses in the shop expire. When there's 3 free remote raid passes, but I have over 3, I don't ever have over 3 apparently. I cannot claim them immediately. I'd like to know when I have to expend my raid passes, what time to get rid of them so I can get to 2 so I can claim the bonus remote raid passes from the shop. Basically, it's saying put a clock on it. Let it count down. Let us see what's going on, and that way we can.
And while you're at it, just remove the cap of having 3 remote raid passes. That's such an arbitrary and meaningless cap. So, yeah.
It is. So I just gave him a reward for that because apparently I had a free one built up on Reddit. So I'm like, here you go. I'm going to give you that reward because I don't understand how Reddit works. There's really not much discussion about that timer. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. I was thinking that the other day. It's like, ooh, I really need to get into a raid or two because I'm going to lose this free box. And I don't know when I'm going to lose it. So stops and gems are not loading when moving from area to area. Are we back to the first 6 months of this game? Says last night I was driving home from work. Game was on, but obviously not playing. No, obviously, but it says letting the gotcha do the work. But when I looked down the phone while at a light, nothing had loaded. So I kept an eye on it and got to slide again, but nothing was loading. The morning, everything was the same. Nothing loaded, or everything loaded and fine when the game was turned on. But as I got, basically when they started moving, stuff disappeared, wouldn't load in. Which does that mean it's not actually triggering for the gotcha?
No,
because it doesn't further.
So I'm gonna put my own insight into this because over the weekend, my wife was having me play her game and my game while I drove, and we were running into this error quite a bit as well, where it wouldn't load while my wife was driving. But my Pokemon Go Plus was still triggering, even though the game itself was not loading. So
there you go.
Yeah, so the game is technically loading it partially, but it's not fully loading it because nothing is showing up in the game and you can't manually click on things. So
yeah, somebody in the chat room says it's happening to them as well. Honestly, I haven't even loaded my gotcha into the car, so I have no idea. And then actually I have Apple CarPlay, so I just plug my phone in and essentially turn it off. I mean, not obviously I don't power it down, but I don't look at it. I don't have it mounted in my view anymore, so I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Popeye and Rocketti have commented that apparently the new update fixes this, and the update happened on Tuesday. So the Tuesday's update has fixed this issue. So that's good to know. Thank you for that update on the update.
Man, I cannot win one of these Great League battles. I just keep getting slaughtered here. I don't know what good team to put up. I just want to win one. I need to win one so I can finish this stupid mission.
Good luck.
And then final headline of this evening, as it pops up, a collaboration has been finalized between Pokemon. Oh, side note, I'll get to it in a second. I'll finish this headline. A collaboration has been finalized between Pokemon Go and the Pokemon trading card game. We're going to read that in a second. Here's what triggers the card
Squirrel.
game. Right?
Yeah.
So McDonald's recently, in the last couple weeks, did a thing with Pokemon, right? Where you can get exclusive card packs. And, my kids go to McDonald's every once in a while. My wife made sure to get me one, and I have it. So, and I was going to get the kids ones because they don't really care, but they're like, no, we want to open it. I'm like, now I know in the podcast you can't hear the face that went with that deep sigh, but you can imagine. Like, you're not going to play. I let my kids be kids. I let them have what they have. I tried to never take it away from them. But I'm like, you're not going to play with it. You're not even going to care. And this could actually be worth some money, from what I understand. Because they're exclusive cards and blah, 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 and limited editions and yada, yada, yada. So I guess my question to the community, and we can follow this up next week with speak pipes and emails and whatever. But my question to the community is, right now it's a sealed pack. I forget what cards my kids got. They look pretty cool. I mean, there were some that were...
They're all starter Pokemon.
What's that?
All of the Pokemon are starter Pokemon. My kids have been asking for McDonald's. We try to only eat out about once a week here, but they've been asking for McDonald's a fair bit lately since the packs came out, and I've been letting them open up all the packs. Even the baby we've been opening up his packs for him too. I say baby, he's almost 2 years old now. Yeah. But yeah, they're all starter Pokemon. It comes with, I think it's like 6 Pokemon in there, and one of them's holographic.
Yeah. Rylan got a holographic card of the same thing that somebody else got a regular one of. But I guess my question is, what do I do with it? Do I hold on to it and see what happens in 10 years? Should I open it up? What do we do with this pack, Joe? Because I've heard, and again, not reliable sources, but I've heard that because of the exclusivity of some of this actually could be hard to come by, and people might actually care about it. I guess that's what I'm asking. Does the actual trading card community care about this?
I don't know. There's no Charizard in there, so, who knows?
You don't care?
Well, I'm being a little facetious, but at the same time, there are a lot of trainers that the only thing they care about are holographic Charizard cards. So.
Okay. And there's no chance of getting that because Charizard's not in there.
Yeah, but I mean, Charmander is. You get a holographic Charmander card.
I guess I'll just have to go to eBay and find out.
It's true.
But back to the headline. It's Pokemon Go and Pokemon Trading Card Company. All right. So tell me, Joe. It says 2021 marks the 25th anniversary release of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green. Blah, blah, blah. We know that because we had the Kanto events where you had to pick stuff. It says part one of the collaboration. Professor Willow will appear as a Pokemon, the card game, TCG. I like to say that before I tell you the initials. But TCG. Well, he'll show up in the cards, which marks the 5-year anniversary of the release of Pokemon Go. 5 years, really? We've been at this for 5 years, Joe.
Yes, we have.
Oh man. So is Professor Willow? Obviously, he's never been in the card game before, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this is because of the game, and then they're putting out the art starting late May 2021. Okay, so is Willow only in the video games, or is he only in Pokemon Go?
Yeah,
I'm not understanding.
He's only in Pokemon Go right now.
Okay, that's the tie. Got you.
Yeah. He is a Pokemon Go exclusive character. The Team Go Rocket bosses are also Pokemon Go exclusive characters. So if this goes over well, theoretically we might see some of them pop up in the card game as well, or in other media. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't.
All right. Well,
I don't do a lot with the cards. Actually, I have some of my collection right here. Just I was looking at them the other day, but
it's a fun game. Pokemon cards aren't for kids anymore. Yeah, Rockety, you're right. Right. And yeah, Rockety, I'd love for you to make me a team. I just don't know how to tell you what I have available.
Yeah, for your Great League battles.
Great League battle. Because Joe's game is up on the screen. Otherwise, we just scroll and find it. It says you have to put it in a special protective sleeve and hold on to it for 10 years. It won't be worth anything anytime soon. No, yeah, I get that. Now, are you talking about the Professor Willow, or are you talking about the Happy Meal cards? Yes, Thunder Muffin 2277. I just remember that about getting the Happy Meal cards. It's sitting. I haven't opened them. It's sitting up there. It came in a green pack, if that matters.
Yeah, you gotta keep them in a climate controlled environment at all times, sealed, and all kinds of crazy.
Somebody give me $5 for it right now. That's all I'm asking.
I don't even know how much they're going for on eBay. There are a lot of areas where they sold out of the packs because they were allowing people to buy too many of them and stuff like that. So people go crazy over this stuff. Like I worked at Burger King when they had the Star Wars toys, and there were people that went crazy about it. So they, people come in, multiple times a week looking for specific toys, and yeah, they're selling these for like the Charmander. That's not even the holographic Charmander, I don't think. Oh, you looking at eBay right now?
Yeah, the holographic Charmander is $20 on eBay.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder if that'll actually sell, because just because somebody lists it for that doesn't mean it's going to sell for that.
What did sell? It doesn't specify if they're on the listing. It does not specify if they're holographic or not. And I think all these were holographic. Trico sold out. Turtwig, Snivy, Torchic, Chimchar, Totodile on this particular shop. $69 is what he's charging for the holographic Pikachu from McDonald's.
Yeah, and see, this isn't the first time that they've done that McDonald's has done Pokemon cards. They've done Pokemon cards in the past as well. Actually, I think I have some of the previous ones in my little thing right here.
This one's selling the Holo Pikachu for $85.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that these are from previous
McDonald's years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Greasy nugs and cheeseburgers tainting the package.
Oh, their nuggets suck. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you are not wrong, dude. You are actually. I'm gonna correct that. You are 100% right. I do not like McDonald's nugs.
Yeah. McDonald's nuggets don't taste like chicken. Anyway,
don't watch the. There's a documentary on it.
The
don't
Super
watch
Size Me or whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my teams. So,
but anyway, so you're following Rock Eddie's advice, typing that in and getting that done. But yeah, going to the TCG. There are some very, very, very dedicated collectors out there when it comes to the TCG. And actually, I think it was just this last year, one of the first edition holographic Charizard cards sold for like $250,000 or something. So,
wow.
Because it was one of the only. So, I don't know how much you know about the ranking system with cards, but you can send them.
The basics.
Yeah, so you can send them off to get graded, and even if it comes fresh out of the pack and you stick it directly into a sleeve, that doesn't mean that it's a perfect card. So, because there can be a lot of flaws in the printing process that can reduce its value, and but yeah, so when it comes to we're going off on a complete tangent. This has nothing to do with Pokemon Go, but getting a grade 9 and above is awesome. If you get a 10, there's only a handful. I think, like I said, I don't get super into the TCG stuff, but I think there's only a handful of 10 first edition holographic Charizard 10s from the base set in the world. And so, yeah, they fetch a pretty high price, but even like a 9 or 9.5, I think it's a 9.5 goes for like $75,000, like something ridiculous. So, yeah. Yeah, people go crazy when it comes to Pokemon cards. People go crazy.
They do, and that's fair. I'll send Eddie these picks in a minute. Nolte, we want to give a shout out to Nolte on our patrons list of stepping up his game and helping us out, man. We appreciate you, Nolte. I know your shifts are different. You used to be on a different shift, and we could have you in the show, showing up, and we could play the game, do raids with you, and shifts changed, and you're now working while we're sleeping or something. I'm not sure how that goes, but yeah, thanks for stepping up and being part of our community. We appreciate it. Just check the email, and we're good there. We're running short on time. I think we should skip all the speak pipes tonight and just move on to random trivia. But I got you something, Joe. I got you something.
What did you get me?
Well, the first thing is I forgot to do the break. When we came back from break, so I'm going to give you a little taste of this while I look for what else I got.
My name is Cheeky Nashville. This is Cheeky Nashville, and I'm from Nashville. I play so hard that I need an ad.
All right, I had to tell you that. Nope, stop it. Why is it not rolling over?
It is time for Random Cheeky Nashville.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, it's the Luda podcast, and I just want to ask Joe what time it is.
It is time for Random Trivia. Nothing? No trivia. Okay.
It's a different board tonight. I don't have that little feature that annoyed everybody.
Random trivia. And this week I'm going to go ahead and talk about Landorus. You caught him. You like him. He's funny looking, but you like him anyway. So Landorus is the Abundance Pokemon. He has an interesting typing in the game. He is ground flying, which seems like it shouldn't make sense, but apparently it does. So we'll go with that. You have the incarnate form. We are going to get the Therian form
Sure you
later
don't want to
this
say
month.
Earth flying?
Huh?
So you sure you don't want to say he's Earth flying?
Yeah, he's Earthbound Flyer. So, yes, he is ground flying, the Abundance Pokemon, Landorus. He is part of the Forces of Nature trio with Tornadus and Thundurus. We will talk about them another time, though. Unlike a lot of other legendary Pokemon, he does have a gender, and I say he because he is male. A lot of legendary Pokemon are classified as genderless in the games. So it's Pokedex entry. Landorus's Pokedex entry in the black game, black version, says lands visited by Landorus grant such bountiful crops that it has been hailed as the guardian of the fields, which makes sense since it is the abundance Pokemon. And also makes sense given that it's the ground typing makes a lot more sense when you think about it in regards to crops and things like that. Its shiny form goes from being orange to being more of a yellow. Not quite yellow. It's somewhere in between yellow and orange, but it's more yellow than it is orange. And then the incarnate form of Landorus seems to be based off of Inari Okami, which is a Japanese Japanese folklore, specifically representing fertility and things and agriculture and things like that.
Okay.
All of the incarnate forms look a lot like genies, in my opinion. And then their Therian forms look to be something like a tiger or something like that. So it could be, especially with Landorus, could be inspiration from white tiger, which is one of the 4 Chinese symbols. So there is that. Landorus, the name, comes from land and Aeolus, and Aeolus is from Greek mythology, the ruler of winds. So you have, the people that are here live have another couple of days left with Landorus to catch it. Those who are tuning in to the podcast, probably it's already come and gone, to be honest. So, but it is what it is. So get out there and grab it while they are still here. And when their Therian forms come out, have fun with those. So, but yeah, like I said, it is currently available and will be available until Saturday, so March 6th. So for those live, we've got another couple of days.
Yeah, and I'm down. Let's do this. I want to do some more. I really dig it.
Yeah, well, Saturday's being generous. He's here until Saturday at 8 a.m. So really, tomorrow, Friday, is the last day for most people, realistically speaking. It's kind of It's kind of rude to end at 8 a.m.
So rude. So rude.
So
it is what it is.
Yep.
I didn't even hit the button this time. That wasn't me. So, all right. That's going to be about it for this evening. You can find the show. Email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. SpeakPipe is over there at PokemonGoPodcast.com on the right-hand side of the screen. It's a nice little tab. We'd love to hear from somebody new. We love all the different people who've called in. Absolutely, we love you guys. Big time. But I always get excited about the new voices that come in. Nolte, while you're out catching sharks, you can be like, "Oi, look at this shark I got." And that's my worst Australian accent I can do. Reddit r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook is /Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter is @Pokemon Go Pod. And Twitch.tv is live Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Pokemon GO Podcast on Twitch.tv, where you can watch Joe and I pull off our shenanigans and make side faces. That's it for now. Where can they find you on the web, Joe?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. And where can they find you doing all your craziness?
You can just Google me, Rock Out of Podcasting, Charles McFall. You can find /Rock Out of Pod on Twitter at Rock Out of Pod. And Wednesday nights, Almost Daily Discourse is such a fun and great show that I'm doing over there with those guys. Having a ton of fun. We're having a lot of great guests on. And it's a good time. It's a good time. So check it out on twitch.com/twitch.tv. Golly, man. Twitch.tv/Almost Daily Pod on Wednesday nights. And of course, Almost Daily Discourse on all your podcatchers. Tune in next week to hear Joe say.
Go to Google and do an image search for Charles McFall, and you can find some blasts from the past, some interesting hairdos, and some fun times.
This is true. This is very